All right, guys, so welcome to this section in which we are trying to understand what is data science. This is the last section of this whole tutorial, last but not the least. Um, this is one of the most confusing questions which people ask, like, are you working in data science? Are you working in machine learning? Or am I working in artificial intelligence? And most of the people, often get confused where exactly I'm working, whether like data science is something related to artificial intelligence, or why people are using the similar kind of techniques everywhere, and a lot of confusion is there, right? And I hope by now you understand everything about data, big data, analytics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Now this is the time for us to identify what is data science, and I will read out the definitions for you, and then I'll keep on giving you some information about it. And I also want you to recall the points which I have given you earlier about analytics and machine learning. So let's understand the definition first, and then we'll get into the data science, this world, and understand what it means. So if you just talk about the data science, it's an interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and system to extract knowledge and insight from the data in various forms, both structured and unstructured, very much similar to data mining. First thing, data science is not one thing, it's a combination of multiple things. Some part of it is being taken from mathematics, some part is being picked up from statistics, some part is being picked up from information science, computer science, graph theory, linear algebra, differential calculus, and some part of it is being picked up from programming languages, from computer science, and then you combine that all together is called as data science. Now I want you to notice the similarities of this definition with analytics. And if you notice here, data science is an interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems to extract knowledge and insight, which means that with the help of data science I can do analytics. Analytics is all about finding out the pattern, and data science is helping you by using multiple methods taking out that insight. So in data science you do analytics, right? And if you remember, there were 4 questions which we wanted to answer. These questions can be answered from data science, so we'll see that again. Let's understand more in data science. Data science is a concept to unify statistics, data analysis, machine learning, and their related methods in order to understand and analyze the actual phenomena with data. It employs techniques and theories drawn from many fields within the context of mathematics, statistics, information science, and computer science. Now, data science is the method of harnessing the insights, or harnessing the power of data, or taking out insights, information from the data. So if you define data science, this is how you can define best in data science. So you pick up machine learning algorithm, which is part of artificial intelligence, then you pick up maths and statistics, then you pick up visualization of various graphs, and then you pick up computer languages and computer science, and you combine that all together with your domain expertise. You could be from banking domain, you could be from insurance domain, you can be from anything from BFSI or telecom domain or healthcare or commerce or e-commerce or retail or supply chain, or there could be n number of domains out there. You can belong to any domain, but when you combine all these things together with your domain expertise, you call it as data science. Now I would like to show you the same picture again. The same picture over here. You combine all the data, which you stream and acquire the data, you convert them into structured and unstructured, and you do analytics. And you do analytics with the help of data science, where you try to harness the power of the data, and you do use it for multiple other purposes. Now, as a process, if you look into the data science process, you need to have business understanding first. You have to ask the relevant questions, define the objective for your problem, and what problem needs to be solved, and what problems needs to be, you need to look into. And then the next step is called data mining, where you gather and you pick up the important data for your problem. You find out what is the important piece of data which you want to include into your analytics. And the third part is about data cleaning, wherein you fix the inconsistencies of the data and you handle the missing values, you find out the outliers, you see the skewness of the data, how your data is distributed and what are the different patterns in the data, and then you clean your data up. There are a lot of difficulties to do this data cleaning, and most of the time is actually being utilized for data cleaning. Then the fourth step is data exploration, wherein you try to create some assumptions about your data, and then you start analyzing your data, you start summarizing your data, you start picking up multiple things from your data. The fifth thing is the feature engineering, wherein you try to find out the important features, very much like identifying dog. You identify certain features which are important to identify dog as a dog. So you identify certain important features in the data, and on the basis of that, once you identified those important features, you try to apply predictive modeling, which is nothing but the machine learning algorithms, and you apply machine learning algorithms to create certain assumptions, and after creating assumptions, you want to use them to predict the future trends in the data. And the last thing which you want to do is the storytelling. You pick up the assumptions, you pick up the graphs, you pick up the output, and you start telling about the story, right? What you have assumed, what are the different things which you can do with this, what are the assumptions, how would my future values will look like, what will happen if I change the input, and you start telling about everything, like everything about the data. So you become basically the doctor of the data, and then you call yourself as data scientist. Now this data scientist, I've told you multiple things, right? And I've told you that how this data science, works, and what we do basically with this data. Now, if you just peel off everything in data science or in machine learning or even in artificial intelligence, you will find out that I'm trying to use mathematics in order to predict something, right? And the basics of artificial intelligence, data science, or machine learning is mathematics. So if you're not comfortable with mathematics, probably this is not the domain for you. And if you're planning to get into the artificial intelligence domain or machine learning or data science domain, be ready for the mathematics. It's the same mathematics which you've learned over a period of time, right? In your 9th, 10th, or 11th or 12th standard. That's the same mathematics, but it's a little deep. It's not that simple, right? You need to understand the business prospect of the mathematics. Now, if I just wanted to give you some idea about how this mathematics work, this is one of the assumption which you always tend to get, which is called as market basket analysis. And this is the way you get to see the store assortment. Basically, if you go to a store, you might have realized that there are some specific order of the products which will actually force or pushes you to buy more and more from the store. And there's no other logic than machine learning which defines which comes with what, right? So if X product is there and then Y product has got a closely association with it, I can find out that with the help of probability, and I can find out that if the bread is there, then milk has to be nearby that bread, because people who buy milk, they also buy bread, or bread is like people who buy bread, probably they buy butter as well. So we basically apply probability to it, and then we find out the probability. What is the probability if somebody is buying coffee, and then they are buying sugar as well? So should I keep sugar and coffee together so that people will have automatic idea that, okay, we need to buy sugar as well, so let's pick up sugar as well, and then sales of the store is increasing. Now, this is a similar kind of example which you can use it with the face recognition, wherein you try to find out, you give the test images, like training images of a person, and then you pass on test images from that person to identify which one is my actual owner. And you might have seen this in multiple other applications, for example, face recognition. So you might be seeing like there are the training images, and out of which I'm trying to identify which one of them is my the user over here, which is being given over here. So if the user is coming with different images, or it changes the parameter, even then machine learning is able to identify whether user is there or not. Now you must be wondering, like, the data science is doing almost a similar kind of thing which machine learning is doing. To be honest, it's true. We use data science to use it for different application, and machine learning is a common factor between artificial intelligence and data science. So it's been used for both the purposes. Now this is typically an example of a classification where I'm trying to classify a user which is given in the training images is also present in the testing images, and I'm trying to identify whether my machine identifies the person or not. Now if you just pick up other classification example, you can also call them as pattern recognition, you can call them as face recognition, pose recognition, like based on pose, lighting, occlusion, makeup, hairstyle, I can just identify the faces. Speech recognition, which is again a classification example. Medical diagnosis, from symptom to illness, I can also find it out. Web advertising, wherein I can predict if the user will click on a certain advertisement or not. Now again, I'll come back to my original point, why we use analytics. We use analytics to answer the questions: what happened, how or why did it happen, what is happening right now, and what is likely to happen. And on the basis of that, we want to do analysis, and we apply effective analytics with data science. So the first question can be answered with only BI. However, data science has a capability to answer all of these questions. Now if you typically include the business intelligence, you must be wondering, like, what is the difference between a BI and a data scientist? This is one of the graph I would say is going to explain a lot about the BI and data scientists, where BI guy is doing descriptive analytics and standard reporting. Data scientist is doing predictive analytics and prescriptive analytics, which has got lots and lots of data, which requires lots and lots of mathematics involved into it. They have the typical work profile, which is very much, I would say, complex. Data scientist has got little complex profile as compared to business intelligence guy or business intelligence analyst. So they while business intelligence is like limited to defining a report, SQL commands, and creating report, the data scientists take a use of graphs, building data models, exploring the data, creating the statistical measure, and then apply a lot of algorithms to it. All right, so we got the end of the session. I hope you understood what is data science over here, and we have actually come up to an end wherein we have understood all the logics of artificial intelligence, machine learning, data, big data, analytics, and data science. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you like this tutorial, probably don't forget to give me 5 stars. I will encourage others to also learn from it, from this video. All right, so in case you want to connect with me about anything, this is my LinkedIn handle. You can just like search for my name, Sudhanshu26, and that will take you to my page. Or in case you have any query, you can feel free to email me on this email address, which is throughout the slides. You can see that. I would like to thank you enough for learning this so patiently with me. If you still have any questions, I would love to answer them. I would probably either create videos or answer you on the chat window itself. Just shoot your questions to me and I'll be happy to answer you. The most probable way is that you can just ping me on LinkedIn and I would be ready to help you out with that. Thank you so much guys for attending this session. I hope you enjoyed it and this session has been informative. I'll see you probably in any other lecture. Thank you.